It's the first day of searching
Called the pinpointer.
for a battlefield lost in time. But to get to this place, we have to first start at his place. Meet Brandon Seal, the amateur historian and podcaster whose passion about this little-known 1813 battle is nearly unparalleled.
In the 1850s, 60s, 70s, people knew where the battle had occurred. I mean, it was a landmark for the people at the time because for 9 years after the battle, the bones of the dead were forced to be left on the battlefield.
He knows so much about the Battle of Medina.
The battle occurred in the Encinal de Medina. Encinal in Spanish means like an oak grove.
But just like everyone else for the past 100 years, he can't answer the obvious question.
How does a thing like this get lost?
That's the question, right? It's baffling. Isn't it baffling?
Long story short, he assembled a team. Archaeologists, professors, historians, researchers, and veteran volunteers, all with one goal in mind.
We're looking for the preponderance of the evidence at one of these sites that's going to prove that this is where that 4-hour engagement that was the bulk of the Battle of Medina occurred.
How deep is that?
I was with them on the campus of San Antonio's Southside High School on day one. And I was with them over 2 weeks later at a private residence where the results were encouraging enough to stay put for a while.
We still need to go back to the lab and really analyze the results and make sure we know what we have. But yeah, it's been a very, very encouraging 2 weeks.
Turns out, battlefield archaeology is pretty meticulous.
They can't tell what it is at first. They're brushing it off and they kind of look at it. They call a buddy over. The buddy comes over. He looks at it. Then they call over somebody else. They look at it.
Which means it takes time.
It's this multi-day long unfolding rather than like this great eureka moment.
But after nearly a century of it being forgotten, these people are determined to make sure they find Medina and never lose it again.
It feels like the time is here that, people want to be a part of solving this mystery, and we're not going to stop until we do. That's the idea.